We are a nation divided. Now, obviously, we're divided over whether or not we should send in ground troops to wipe out and to just obliterate ISIS. We have the power to do it. You understand that, right? We have the power to go in and kill them all, to not take any prisoners, just kill them. We have the power to do it. There would be a lot of destroyed property. There would be a lot of lost life, a lot of lost civilian life. And this is what keeps us from doing it. And perhaps the lack of the will of the American people. But here's a scenario that you need to, I'm going to prophesy right now, okay? I hope it doesn't come true, but I'm going to prophesy. If ISIS or any other Islamic jihadist group detonates a dirty nuke weapon or has some other weapon of mass destruction that causes a lot of loss of life in America or England, particularly, and maybe any other Western nation, then you will see the will of the American people say, we're going to go kill them all. Okay? We're going to kill them all. And that's what people will be saying. They'll be saying on the airwaves, they'll be saying, kill them all. And then the policy decision will have to be made. Do we disarm Pakistan's nuclear arsenal? Do we take away Pakistan's nuclear arsenal? That's going to be the debate, people. I'm telling you right now. All right? It'll be, do not let Iran have a nuclear weapon and take away the nuclear capability of Pakistan. In other words, the debate is going to be one day, if a dirty nuke goes off, the debate will be whether or not it should be U.S. military policy to not allow ever again in the history of the human race a Muslim nation to own a nuclear bomb. Okay? Because what's going to happen is, if it goes down this way, is that ideology, people will begin to discover and search out the ideology of both Shiite Islam and Sunni Islam and realize, oh my goodness, they really do want to take over the world for the glory of Allah. And if they have the weaponry to do it, well, good grief. They started off as a little cluster of 100 people in Mecca, and now they control huge swaths of land all over the world. Now they're persecuting tens of thousands of Christians. All right, let's go to other areas of division. We are divided by party, that's clear. But it's a little bit worse than that. We're divided by the elite and us, the plebeians. Every time there was an effort to lax immigration, have some type of amnesty, something. There were 3 times in the last 10 or 15 years where there was a legislation being proposed. And the American people went crazy, and every single time they backed off. People were defeated in elections. It became a bitter fight legislatively. And each time you had Republicans that were helping with the agenda, like John McCain. There's John McCain's name again. God save us from the likes of him. Heaven save us, please save us, God, from bad leaders. Anyway, there's an old saying, people get the leaders they deserve. And I cringe when I hear that, because I think, you know what? We've got Obama, we've got leaders like John McCain supposedly fighting for what we believe in, and he's not. And then I think, Lord, how bad have we become? Lord Jesus, have mercy on us. Lord, have mercy on our souls. So back to immigration. So what happens? Obama signs an executive decision or a memo or whatever it is, executive order, and basically, unilaterally, contrary to the law, contrary to the Constitution, tries to give 10 or 12 million illegal immigrants amnesty. Okay? What do the Republicans do? They say this is outside of his powers. They say this is against the law. They say this is unconstitutional. And what do? Nothing. Now, why do you think that is? Because of the elite, the moneyed class. The moneyed class in the Republican machine and the Democrat machine both want immigration reform. They want to give all these people legal status because they need the cheap labor. So I can see Mitch McConnell chuckling in a back room. I don't know if they still allow cigars in some of those back rooms, but they're chuckling. They're saying, well, we wanted it. Obama did it. He can take the political heat. we'll say that we don't want to cause a disruption by trying to impeach him. We've got amnesty, which we wanted. The fault is Obama's. Let's move on, men. What else can we get away with? When I was a prisoner in a prison work camp in Alpharetta, Georgia, I had a lot of time on my hands to research who the bad guys were in the death of our culture. And I wrote Accessory to Murder. It is an overview of our political, cultural, media, and religious adversaries that are accomplices to the death of our culture. I encourage you, get a copy of this and learn the who's who of the bad guys. One of the greatest joys and passions that I have had for almost my entire life is music. And one of the best times that I had was putting together some albums in Nashville of songs that I wrote. One of the albums is called Dark Sunglasses Day. This is a country album, a lot of love songs and patriotic music. We've made it available to you online, and I hope that you'll go take a listen. You might be pleasantly surprised. You might even find yourself singing along.